Hey everyone, Val here, and this morning I am going to get ready to freeze my potatoes. So as you know, we got a bunch of potatoes from the garden, and I did use a cup of potatoes for dinner last night, but I have them sorted by size from little to big, and I'm going to freeze some potatoes today. So the larger ones I think I'm going to make into French fries. Some of the medium here I'm going to make into French fries, and some I'm going to cube up for like breakfast potatoes. I may do some round potatoes like I did yesterday. If you didn't see the video, check out the video. On Sunday for the cooking collab, I made some potato rounds, and I used those for the menu that I did, the recipe that I did. And then I have some little tiny baby potatoes that we use for butter potatoes, and I'm just going to keep those whole. The larger ones I might put over. Oh, I think they were from over there and they rolled over because I moved my cloth. I pulled my cloth out of the way so we could eat. But I'm going to get ready to do this in just a little bit. For right this second, I'm having breakfast, and I'm having a 3-egg omelet with a sprinkle of cheese and then oranges. So I bought some of those little cutie oranges, those little tiny ones, and that's 2 of those. So that's going to be my breakfast this morning. So stand by, and I'll take you through the process of how to freeze potatoes. All right, I'll catch you in just a few minutes. I'm ready to start my potatoes, so I have a bowl with cold water in it. I'm going to take the larger potatoes and I'm going to peel them. I'm going to cut them into French fry size pieces, and then I'm going to drop the pieces in the cold water. It'll help to rinse them and to keep them from turning brown while I'm processing these potatoes, so that once I get all my potatoes processed, I can go ahead and boil them and then freeze them. So I'm going to get started with the peeling and the cutting of all the potatoes. Alright, all my French fries are cut, so I cut the potatoes that I want to use for French fries. I have some in here and some in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I have my water boiling on the stove here, and just turn this light on. I'm going to let this come up to a boil. I'm going to dip my potatoes in it, and we're going to cook these for about 2 minutes once it starts boiling again. So once we get done cooking these, I'm taking these out after they cook for 2 minutes. If they're bigger potatoes, you can cook them for 4 minutes, but these are just French fries. So I'm going to boil these for 2 minutes, and then I'm going to lay them out on a cookie sheet, and I'm going to put them in the freezer. I'm going to take them out of here, put them into a bin of ice water, and then put them in the freezer to separate them so that they can freeze separate, and then you put them in the bag and they're easy to take out a few at a time. So the only thing I need to do now is just get this back up to a boil, and then I'm going to set my timer for 2 minutes on this. I'm going to, in the meantime, get me some ice water and a bowl over here so that I can stop the cooking process once they're done their 2 minutes of cooking. Alright, the water in my pot is boiling, so I'm going to put a timer on for 2 minutes, and I will come back. As you can see, it's boiling good. I'm going to come back and take them off and drain them, and then put them in the ice bath and put my second batch of French fries in there. Okay, my timer's going off for my fries. Grab my pot holders over here. Take those out of the water. Let some of the water drain out of them. And I'm going to bring them over and pour them into the cold ice water to stop the cooking process. Alright, now I'm going to take my pan and dump the rest of the French fries in my pan here in my colander. And I'm going to stick this in my water, which is now at a high boil, and set a timer for 2 minutes. Alright, get those nice and cooled down. Oh. Once they're cooled down nicely, I'm going to drain the water out of them. That's what they're looking like here. I'm going to throw those in the freezer to get cold. To try to space them out pretty good on there so they don't stick together. I'll shuffle them around in just a little bit in the refrigerator, in the freezer. Alright, and back into the freezer for 10 more minutes. I've had these in the freezer for about half an hour now, and I've shook them up a couple of times, kind of tried to, if they're sticking together, pull them apart a little bit. Just trying to get them to freeze separately, which they seem to be doing better at now. So I'd recommend at least half an hour to longer. If you're going to freeze them, I need to keep the process going, and I don't have a huge freezer to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in gallon bags and put them back in the freezer, and I'll check back on them in a little while, but I need to use my trays for the other French fries. I did cut another batch of French fries, so I need to keep going with my process so that I can get my potatoes done. Now, would I recommend doing smaller batches? Probably so. But this is what the time I have to do it. I wish I had a freezer that had more capacity to hold these trays. Although I only have 2 round trays, I do have some square ones. But as you see, they're not really sticking together too bad. I will put them in the gallon bag. They feel wet, but they're frozen. They are frozen. So I'll check back on these in about half an hour. I'm going to process some more of these fries, and I'll let you know if a half an hour was enough time for these to freeze individually. Because, you know, we might want to come in and just take a handful of fries and throw them in the air fryer and cook them up. So we're not going to use the whole bag at one time. And I have not put any seasoning or anything on these. I will do that when I cook them. So I'm going to keep this simple. And here we go. I'm going to stick them in the fridge. I'll check back on them in about half an hour or so when I've got the other ones frozen. Alright, just been 30 minutes. Put those in the bag. First bag, nice and loose. There we go. All right, I'm finished with the potatoes. I have 2 bags of French fries. Those are full bags. Didn't measure it or weigh it. I don't have a scale in the house to weigh it. I have a bag of diced potatoes, and these are gallon bags. And then I have a bag of the sliced potatoes. So that's all of the potatoes that I took care of today. The only thing I have left is a little bit of the baby potatoes and a little bit of the like really small potatoes that I'm going to use for when I'm cooking, like maybe potatoes with a roast or something. But these are all the frozen potatoes that I'm going to get out of our haul for this year of our garden harvest. So I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me and helping me to do these potatoes. Give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed and you want to. And leave me a comment if you have any questions or anything on how I did anything. I hope I was pretty clear as I was going along, but it seemed like it worked out fine. So we'll see how it goes. Nothing's sticking together. So I put them in for like half an hour, and I shuffled them up a little every like 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, so that they didn't stick together. And after half an hour, I put them in the bag. Seems like it worked fine. So made it go by, and I didn't drag it out like overnight. So I got the potatoes done quicker. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful day. I'll catch you on the next video. Bye now.